Hello and welcome to this video. If you have been in business for 5 months or for 5 years, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a great video for you, because if you are looking to develop yourself in order to grow your business, to grow your impact, then I like to share 7 tips with you on things that you can do to do that don't involve paying to go to masterminds, paying to go to training courses, anything like that. If it's your first time here, I'm Melanie Aweber, and my channel is all about helping you develop a professional life and a personal life, both of which you absolutely love, because I am a true believer that you don't have to compromise success and fulfillment and all of that good stuff in those elements of your life for success and fulfillment in the other ones. So you can be happy at work and you can be happy at home. So if that really resonates with you, if you would like to know how to do that, then please hit that subscribe button below and the bell notification so you see when I come out with other videos similar to this one. So I'm really excited to bring you this video because this is something that is really near and dear to my heart. Self-development, improving yourself in order to help your business grow and for you to make a bigger impact on your target market in your niche. So there's 7 things that I see that you can do that do not cost a lot of money, if anything. But if you focus on them, then they truly are going to make a big impact for your business through developing you, through making you a better person and a better business owner. So tip number 1 is to always be on the lookout for opportunities to be of service or to solve the problems of your target market or your niche. And there's so many ways that you can do this. Things like participating in Facebook groups. So if someone poses a question, then you know the answer to it, then making sure that you do that you do respond to them. You can email your list and provide value through a free ebook or through a free checklist, things that might be of value to them, or you could respond to Instagram posts or comment on the videos of other YouTube creators. There's heaps and heaps and heaps of ways that you can do this. So in helping other people, even if you have to do a little bit of research in order to provide the solution for that question, then that is developing yourself as well. It's developing your problem solving, it's developing your knowledge, which in turn, of course, is making you more valuable to the market. So always be on the lookout for opportunities to serve others, to solve problems, which in turn develops you. So tip number 2 is really important. It's to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I've said this in previous videos as well. And more on that is to understand or to recognize that, of course, there are no guarantees when you are an entrepreneur or you're a small business owner, and that there are risks, of course, associated with that. And probably the greatest risk, or the most obvious risk, is in terms of the financial risk, particularly when you are first starting out. There is no guarantee that you will hit $10,000 a month within your first 3 months in business, within your first 6 months, or even your first 12 months. It all boils down to your own work ethic. So you need to understand and recognize and accept that you need to be uncomfortable and be okay with that. Everything is going to be a learning curve, but with every learning, so long as you take the learning and you move forward and you apply that in your future business, and try not to make the same mistake too many times. Tip number 3 is to always be solutions focused. So this probably has been one of the biggest mindset shifts for me, going from being an employee to being a small business owner, is just purely changing my mind to more solutions. So it's very, very easy to come up with or identify problems, and even easier just to play the victim, I suppose, or say that it's all too hard. Can someone else fix this problem for me? They're better at it, or they've done all of this before. Can you do it for me? Whereas, of course, when you are in business for yourself, you are it. You are needing to find those solutions yourself. So you do need to, I guess, program your mind in thinking that rather than, oh, this is all too hard, just instantly catch yourself and think, no, there is a solution to this and I'm going to find it. Because at the end of the day, anything is impossible until someone does it. And there is always, always, always a solution to a problem. You just need to find it. So make sure that you are always solutions focused. Tip number 4 is to take responsibility and accountability of your successes, but more so of your failures or the things that haven't gone so well. This is so important because let's face it, no one wants to do business with someone who isn't going to take accountability or take responsibility, that they're always going to pass the buck or always have excuses as to why something hasn't turned out the way that it should have. A much better approach is just to simply admit that you've made a mistake, that you've had an error in judgment or whatever it was, and then do what you need to do to rectify it. That will build so much more credibility, so much more respect, so much more know, like, and trust factor than if you were just to pass the buck or make a million excuses. So take responsibility of when things do go wrong, but also too, of course, when things do go right. Tip number 5 is to be adaptable. Look, I've said in a previous video that there are 3 known things in life, and they are death, taxes, and change. So you can either interpret that change happens to you and be a bit of a victim and not really want to play an active role in shaping what that change looks like, or you can embrace change, how it's going to positively impact your business and the opportunities that it presents to you to change and to mix things up a little bit, to force you to be a little bit of innovative, but also to remember that the needs of your target market or your niche aren't necessarily going to stay the same. So being comfortable with change or just accepting that change is going to happen, then that is going to encourage you to be constantly looking at and analyzing and reevaluating how you're serving your target market and is it really hitting the mark. Tip number 6 is to be self-motivated. Look, if you are a business owner, then obviously you have chosen to be in business for yourself, to not report to someone else and rely on someone else for motivation. This is your baby, so to speak. This is your business, and the success of it all depends on you. So you need to be a self-starter, be able to get all of that energetic, all that positive vibes flowing yourself, because that is going to have a huge flow-on effect to your business and really set the tone as to how you conduct yourself in front of your customers, but also to just anyone in general that you touch. And of course, we all do have mornings where we're not feeling it, we're a little bit sluggish, we're not really feeling like getting into our groove. On those days, acknowledge that it's not going to be as great a day, but still see the positives. Look at what you are grateful for in your life, and that will generally spur on all of those good feelings and help get you through the day. And tip number 7 is uber important. You need to be able to communicate clearly and effectively. There's nothing worse than you're trying to communicate with someone and you are either waffling on or you are using a whole heap of jargon that they just do not understand. Any message that you have got to convey, someone is definitely interested in hearing it, but it's no good if the message is lost in confusion or misunderstanding. So make sure that all of your communication, whether it be on a video or whether it be on a blog or a sales letter, no matter what it is, so ensure that any message that you have to convey, whether it be through a video or a blog post or a sales letter, it's going to be easily interpreted and understood by the person who is receiving the message. And if this isn't your forte, if communication is something that you really could improve, then get the advice of someone close to you who is better at it. Get their constructive criticism. Or generally, the best way to get better at communication is just to practice, practice, practice. So there you have 7 ways that are extremely low cost or no cost that are going to improve your skills as a business owner and even as an individual, that will have a huge benefit or a huge impact on your ability to connect with your customer and eventually make sales. I hope you've gotten value from watching this video. If there's someone else that you think will get benefit from it as well, then please share the love and pass the link on to them. Also too, if there's any tips that you would like to share with others about things that you have done or you have improved in yourself that have had a huge flow-on positive effect on your business, then please drop them in the comments below because I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you apply these tips in your business and see the positive impact. And until I see you next time, I hope you take the greatest of care. Geez, I'm glad I got that breakfast off my shirt before I started filming.